we're dealing with a population. I think of everything like it's a bell curve. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a bell curve. The response ladder in the book that I talk about. So I've come up with this ladder, which is men's response, to the rise of women in power. And that's essentially a bell curve, except for it's a ladder, but you can turn it on its side and make it a bell curve. So the idea is that using that as the analogy, you've got men at one end who are saboteurs. They're not interested in equality. They think that they're going to lose their job. They don't understand why women want to get out of the kitchen. Like they are not on board with the movement. Wow. Yeah. And I go, they're not everywhere, but they do still exist. It's one organization, it's one leader, it's one small company. They do still exist in pockets. So they're not my market. People who think like that and believe that are never going to be swayed by any argument that I have to bring to the table. So I don't bother. I'm like, saboteurs, you're locked and loaded. Good for you. Stay there. Happy days. Yeah. Then we've got all these men in the middle. So it's the middle majority. I can't remember the marketing term for it, but basically these are the people who could be swayed either way by a good argument. And in the book, I talk about these people as being the searchers and supporters and the sponsors. So they are interested, curious, maybe hesitant, maybe unsure, maybe doing the right things, not exactly sure what the difference is, but they're going to do it anyway. They're sort of on a spectrum. So those people with the right conversations, access to the right information and the right stories are more likely to come on board. And what we've got at the top end are the champions. And again, I'm not interested in the champions because they're also locked and loaded. They are. This is awesome, right? Totally. Come on, everybody. Toot, toot. We're on the train. So the saboteurs and the champions are not my business. It's the men in the middle that I'm interested in. And so when you say, how do I stay positive? How do I keep going with these kinds of responses? I compartmentalize and I know who I'm going to be most effective with. And there will be people out there who think what I say is a load of crap and it doesn't matter what evidence I put forward or what stories I put forward. It's not going to make a difference. And they're not my market. And that's cool.